The best rookie quarterback this preseason is no other name than Jaxson Dart, future franchise quarterback for the New York Football Giants. Jaxson Dart, in my opinion, set the league on fire in preseason. And yes, it's preseason. People are going to want to walk it back. People are going to want to start walking on eggshells and not really get too hype about our rookie quarterback. But I am. And I'm here to let y'all know, man, that he performed better than the other rookie quarterbacks that we've seen this class. And once again, it's only preseason. We'll see what he does in the regular season whenever he steps in. But you got to appreciate what he did on the field. And that's the biggest piece. A lot of people were worried about what Jaxson Dart can do on the field when he got on there. You know, we even had people like Josina Anderson saying, after Shedeur Sanders had his first game, Giants fans look away, creating that narrative in preseason already. The guy answered and he showed up, and I think Brian Daboll and co set him up perfectly to perform well, and I think even he performed well in the situations that he was in. Now, was he going up against starters? He was going up against second stringers, third stringers, and we'll be going over why he was the best rookie quarterback this preseason for sure. Diving into the stats, man, your guy was 32 for 47 with most of his incompletions happening in this last game. 372 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, along with 1 rushing touchdown, and 113.1 passer rating. Jaxson Dart balled out in the plays that he was in. When he was in the game, it doesn't matter who was against him, who was on the other side of the field, and who he was playing with. Jaxson Dart was balling. And now keep in mind, he wasn't out there with the Malik Neighbors or Wan'Dale Robinson consistently, Darius Slayton. He was doing it with other guys like Bo Collins, Montrell Washington, who already got cut from the team. He's doing it with guys that probably aren't going to be on this roster. And that's what you wanted to see out of your rookie quarterback. And in my opinion, the intangibles that you wanted to see is what was there with Jaxson Dart. What is the biggest difference that we've seen from this rookie quarterback compared to the quarterbacks we've seen for the last couple of years? His anticipation, his conviction, and the guts that this guy plays with. He plays with guts, man. He really does. He's able to stand into the pocket, take a hit, and still deliver the ball precisely and accurately in the way you want your quarterback to do it. And I think when you have a Malik Neighbors out there, or even better wide receivers that can separate, and guys that are a lot more sure-handed that we saw than a guy like Jalen Hyatt a couple of days ago, Jaxson Dart's going to ball when he's playing, man. I'm not going to set the bar high. I'm not going to say he's a top 10 quarterback, but I will say I feel good about our rookie quarterback. And whenever he steps in, I'm not trying to rush that timeline either. I am on the side that Russell Wilson's going to be the quarterback until otherwise. I think we're going to be in good hands. I really do. Let's talk about the key plays that we've seen out of him. He played in all 3 preseason games against the Bills, the Jets, and even the Patriots. I think most of his run came against the Jets, but even that was a picture-perfect sequence in my opinion. When you think about the plays that he was able to make, even him utilizing his legs, he could have had a rushing touchdown in the Jets game if he didn't get tripped up. Jaxson Dart played well in all games that he played in, and that's what you wanted to see. A lot of people were worried. Hey, is he going to come out? Is he going to throw interception? Is he going to be inaccurate? It was a complete opposite. He was known as a one-read quarterback in college. I'm not saying he developed already and he blossomed in front of our eyes. It's only been a couple of months. But the way he's able to read through his progressions, take the check downs when it's there, but also maximize the plays that we're getting, that's what you wanted to see out of your rookie quarterback. In my opinion, when you see the ball accuracy and the placement that he was doing with Jalen Hyatt and Bo Collins against the Patriots, that is the type of stuff that excites me. It really does. Because he's putting the ball right where it needs to be. It doesn't matter who's running as a wide receiver. It doesn't matter who's guarding him. He's putting the ball where it needs to be. Jalen Hyatt dropped 2 balls, one of them bouncing off of his shoulder pad, the other one he's just straight up dropping. And they're placed perfectly. But in my opinion, the best throw came with Bo Collins taking that corner route, which once again, a guy fighting for the roster, for a roster spot. Jaxson Dart was getting hit by a D tackle, getting brought to the ground as he threw that ball. And it was put perfectly. In the moment, you could have thought that maybe it wasn't the greatest throw, but then you watch it back, he put it where only Bo Collins can get the ball. And Bo Collins just dropped it. He couldn't make the catch. It would have been a great catch to make. It's a tough catch, not an easy one. But the ball was where it needed to be while he was getting brought down by a defensive tackle, with the defensive tackle in his face. We didn't have that these last couple of years. Even the play where he improvised, and that's another piece of Jaxson Dart's game that I'm excited to see hopefully continue to develop in a Giants uniform. His improvising skills. The best quarterbacks in this league are able to improvise when a play is locked up, move around, and still be able to look down the field and throw a ball. He did that in this game against the Patriots, improvising and able to hit down Gunnar Olszewski. He took it for 50 yards. The biggest difference with that is that when Jaxson Dart's manipulating the pocket, he runs up after he's been back there. He made all his reads and everything was guarded up. He kept his eyes downfield as he climbed into the pocket and dumped it off to Gunnar Olszewski. If that's Daniel Jones, he's tucking it and running. He's getting 5 to 6 yards out of that play where our young quarterback climbed the pocket. The linebackers came up. He was able to hit Gunnar Olszewski, and he took it for 50 yards. Those are the little things that we haven't got at the quarterback position with the Giants. I think Russell Wilson's able to do that a little bit. But with Jaxson Dart, we're going to be able to maximize that and use that. And it's going to be great, man. I really do have a great feeling about Jaxson Dart. Another thing heading into this is that was he able to continue to make all his reads? He was able to do that in multiple occasions. But once again, taking what's available. You've seen when he was able to take the checkdowns with Turbo Miller, the little hitch routes. And those went for yards and those went for first downs. And that's what we want to see out of our quarterback. We were worried about him being a one-read quarterback and what happens after that. Once again, I'm not saying the ship has sailed from that because we got to see what he does against starters. I do agree. But I'm going to let y'all know, man, he did have the best performance out of the rookies. You throw in the Cam Ward, you throw in Shador, he missed a game with him being injured. You think about the other quarterbacks in this class, and people say it's a weak quarterback class already, but I would feel ecstatic if we walked out with the best one from this class. When you look at all the other quarterbacks that went in this class, Tyler Shugg with the Saints, even other guys, Jaxson Dart balled out this preseason and had the best performance as a rookie. The difference with Jaxson Dart, as I was going to speak on his aura, is the aura that he brings. The energy is just different this year, whether or not it will solely be Jaxson Dart, but you can tell the guys are rooting for him and they want to play for him. Daniel Jones, we felt like if Daniel Jones got hit late, a lineman wasn't going to go out and fight the guy. I think that's going to be happening for Jaxson Dart. I think Jaxson Dart, if he gets hit late, which once again, we'll touch on in a second, the guy has to slide. People are going to fight for him, man. That's the feeling I get, and I can tell that he's a leader. I think he's a lot more of a leader than we saw out of Daniel Jones, and it's only been a short, segment, but you can tell a different energy and a different vibe right now in the building. Will it translate to wins? I'm not here to sell you that, but I'm here to let you know that our rookie quarterback looked promising in this preseason, and that's what you wanted. We could have left this preseason thinking that we were walking away with a guy that threw interceptions, that couldn't, sit in the pocket and make a throw, a rookie that honestly is out of fits, but that's not how we feel right now. We're excited and we're trying to temper our expectations. Let's just be happy that, yes, Russell Wilson's going to head out there, but I think we will be in good hands when it gets turned over to Jaxson Dart. And once again, it's preseason. Daniel Jones looked good in preseason, but I want to let you know, Daniel Jones' rookie season looked pretty good. He looked pretty good in the game time that he was playing. He did have some other things happen with his neck injury and Jason Garrett, and we know how bad that was. But if Brian Daboll stays linked up with Jaxson Dart, and it looks like Brian Daboll loves the guy, that's why they took him. You can tell by the sights and sounds that you see the Giants dropping. Jaxson Dart, whenever he takes over this team, man, I'm excited to see where this team goes and whether or not it translates to wins the first year. I think next year is go time. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think next year is going to be the real deal with Jaxson Dart. I want you guys to let me know down below, man, what's your thoughts on Jaxson Dart? The one downside I did have is the man needs to slide. The guy needs to stop taking hits. John Gruden told him when he was sitting down with him. But even after the game, he went to Instagram and let everyone know that he will be sliding more. He needs to do that because we can't have a rookie quarterback, especially our franchise quarterback, being out the game for concussion protocol, potentially hurting his shoulder because he did land on his throwing shoulder. We can't have any of that, man. We know Jaxson Dart's a tough, gritty guy, but he needs to be on the field. And I think that just is a testament to how he plays the game of football. But he needs to slide more. That's a one downside I give. But I want you to let me know, man, down below. What's your thoughts on Jaxson Dart overall? Let me know if you're excited to see whenever Jaxson Dart steps in. And should we temper our expectations? I want you to let me know, man. It's the real deal coming soon. We got the Commanders in 2 weeks. I will be having Rio Robinson on the Friday before the game, so definitely stay tuned for that. Rio Robinson jumped on my channel last year, and we're going to run it back this year. Super excited for that. I want you guys to let me know down below your thoughts on Jaxson Dart, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.